Hey, it's Jack, no K, Jack in the attic, and I can't stop thinking about this, so now you have to come on this journey with me. My headphones are such a permanent part of my head that I forgot I was wearing them. So, you may or may not know, I play Magic the Gathering. I mostly play Pauper. The concept to me of what would I knit for various Magic the Gathering cards, not necessarily recurring characters, but cards. Some humanoids, some creatures, like they are all mostly creatures, but some creatures, you get it? And some concepts. This idea is so funny to me that it's all I can think about, and the timeline here from concept to execution is record-breaking for me. This took so little time because I have been so focused on it, and I have been laughing to myself the entire time. So if you were wondering, that is how I make videos. Because I play Pauper, that did influence some of my choices of which cards to pick, but I did not pick all of them. So a few of them I had to get pretty creative because a knit object is, in fact, a physical object every time, and that does not always work for some of these cards. But I think I've made some interesting choices. I think I stand by most of them, and I am excited to share my vision with you. No more introduction, we're gonna get right into it. Starting with Flubs the Fool. This is kind of a softball, probably good to start with this. It may be slightly on the nose, but I would pick the Jester Sweater for him. I really want to see him in a cozy, oversized sweater that still fits his vibe, and this entrelac sweater I think is perfect for him. It's like Flub's off-duty in front of a fireplace kind of vibes. You see the vision. Up next, Kalia of the Vast. I think the Cobweb Cloak would be great for her. It's drapey, it's a little subtly revealing, it's delicate but powerful. It really screams cool girl who kills you. Park Williams is kind of the master of these light diaphanous knits. I love all of them. If you've heard me talk about Magic before, you know I play Pauper, and worse, I play Bogles. Notice the spelling? There's one G. I don't know why everyone says Boggles. No one's gonna convince me it's Boggles. It's always going to be Bogles to me. And Slippery Bogle is indeed my perfect boy, but body confusing as hell. I think he needs a bag to store all of his +2/+2s from Ancestral Mask. And the obvious choice, if you've seen this alternate art of Slippery Bogle, is the, let me know if I'm pronouncing this right, Rybka Pouch? It's a little fish-shaped pouch for him to contemplate. Speaking of contemplation, this guy. So I'll be super straightforward with you. He's getting a sock for his leg. The only thing better than knitting 2 socks is, of course, knitting 1 sock. And I'm dying to knit the Granny's Attic socks. Sock, he's just getting 1. Voldaren Epicure. He's kind of my #1 guy. He ends up in every mono red deck because he's reliable and he gets it. And I know I'm not alone in that. I would be kind of afraid to knit for him because I know he's a fashion girly for sure, and I am intimidated. However, I do think he would really appreciate the Mad Blood shawl for several reasons. It is his color, at least this sample. You can knit it in any color you want, obviously. And the pointed border, I think, really complements his current outfit. Up next, Tragic Slip. Get my man some yoga socks. They keep your foot warm, but they leave your toes and your heels free for grip. He never needed to be this tragic. Shieldred the Apocalypse. First of all, that's my wife. There are many different depictions of Shieldred. Sometimes her body poses kind of an issue, being part huge bug. I did take that into account. Because I love her so much, I would want to make a coordinating set of the Silksong shawl and the Down the Rabbit Hole gloves. Her number of limbs is debatable, but I don't think I've ever seen her with more than 2 hands. So I think we're good. I think these 2 pieces could really complement each other. They'd be really cozy without weighing you down. And the mesh element honestly just looks sick, and I love that for her. A little more challenging, Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. Right, so I have a plan here. Come with me. The Love Magic sweater. Doesn't it feel obvious? Like, what better way to accommodate extra arms splitting off from your elbows than a huge, dramatic bell sleeve? I think I've made my point. Goblin token, but specifically this goblin token. Not a card, but a card, a token, you know. But I feel strongly about this. We gotta get this boy some pants. I'm kind of sick of looking at whatever's going on over here. And I could definitely see him in cargo shorts, so I'm gonna go with an elevated version of that with these poppy pocket shorts. Even if I don't necessarily love this guy, I would not deny him pockets. That's cruel. Up next is another challenge. Progenitus is tricky. Just kidding, Progenitus gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scarves. And because no one wants to knit 5 scarves back to back to back to back to back, I'd recommend literally any of the mini scarves from my single skein mini scarves video. For example, maybe the Barista Scarf or the Star Jasmine scarf. They are both mini, they're both cute, they would both work up really quick. 5 of them probably wouldn't even take 5 skeins of yarn, maybe like 3. For Lord Skitter's Butcher, I think an apron is the responsible choice here. I had never thought about knitting an apron until I thought about what Lord Skitter's Butcher was missing. Turns out there are plenty of patterns for aprons. I like this one called Pastry Chef. I do like the color scheme of this one, but I think for the Butcher, I would go with a classic white to match his hat. I kind of can't believe he's wearing the chef hat but no apron. That's silly. Next up is a concept, Fear of Surveillance. But don't worry, I did have an idea for Fear of Surveillance immediately. The Convertible Balaclava. You can avoid surveillance and suspicion with this one easy trick. It rolls up into a hat when the vibe isn't right for a balaclava, which is often. Another fear of abduction, and forgive me if this one's too literal, but I can't pass up the opportunity. The truth is out there socks. Duh. Moving on. Monastery Swift Spear. Okay, Monastery Swift Spear is my girl for real. Justice for Monastery Swift Spear. Like, how dare they ban you just for being super overpowered and cool and being totally unfair? I love her current outfit, of course. I just want to elevate it a bit or give kind of a different vibe with a similar shape with the Jelly Cube cardigan. Can't you just see her wearing this? It is a vibes-based decision, but I do stand by it. For Overlord of the Baelmerk, I mean, what do you get for the man who has everything, right? Easy answer, a corset belt. Obviously. Look at that waist. We can dress that up easy. I think the Marietta corset belt would be great for his shapes. Up next, Wandering Ones, the very definition of legs for days. You know I've got to put them in thigh highs. You could hit them with the Marlene stockings if you're feeling bold enough, or perhaps the very long socks for a more demure option. A lot of legs, you have a lot of choices. These are just the 2 directions I'm thinking of at the moment. Maybe 1 sock on each leg. Wait, that's how socks work. Maybe 1 Marlene sock on 1 leg, 1 very long sock on the other leg. I love contrast. Last but certainly not least, anger. There is quite literally only one answer here, and it is the Starfish Onesie. How could you be angry wearing the Starfish Onesie? Okay, thanks for humoring me. I had to get this out of my system. I did keep it a little bit short because what if I want to do this 1 or 12 or 42 more times? I had a lot of fun. Again, it was a lot of sitting in a dark room looking at my phone laughing to myself. That's, you know, that's fine. If you want to see this concept done again, please leave your card recommendations in the comments. I will do this again. I would be thrilled to. And it's my birthday. You can't be mad at me. Or it's approximately my birthday. I don't know when this is going up. There's like a 2-week span where it's my birthday the whole time, and it's somewhere in there. It's my birthday. You can't be mad at me. Because this is one of my shorter videos, I am now compelled to ramble, but I really have nothing else to say. I feel like I laid it all out for you. So I'm going to leave you with my classic outro, which I definitely remember. So don't forget to rest and stretch and take breaks. But as always, go and live your best yarny life. And I will see you next time. Bye. I have to say this here before I forget. Because of when this is going up, I need to say it now. There is a summer scrap-along being hosted by Andrea Gaughan and Handmade by Gib. It is, I believe, 3 months long. Yes, from June 1st to August 31st. It is a make-along focused on creatively using scrap and stash yarn. I will link it below if you need more information. It sounds like so much fun. I'm doing this. Please feel free to join me in this. That's all. Had to throw this in here.